Parashat Balak, HaKadosh Baruch Hu tested Am Yisrael by allowing the prophet of the Goyim, Bilam, a power that even Moshe Rabbeinu did not have. The Gemara in Masechet Brachot says that there was a power that Bilam had that even Moshe Rabbeinu did not have, which is that Bilam knew the rega, the moment that HaKadosh Baruch Hu judges the people and rebukes them. What's a rega? A rega is, according to the Chachamim, 1/15,000th of a second. That's what a rega is. So there's 1/15,000th of a second. Take a second, divided by 15,000, that's what a rega, that's a moment in the eyes of Hashem. And at that moment, Hashem judges and punishes all of the wicked. Now, whoever needs to be punished at that point. Not everybody gets punished every day, obviously. Point is that's when Hashem judges. Now, Bilam knew this moment, and he knew that if he curses somebody at that moment, that will bring judgment on them at that moment, and Hashem could literally kill them just because he cursed them at that moment. So Bilam wanted to use this power that he had to curse Am Yisrael, but Hashem obviously is not subject to laws. He is the law. So he chose not to be angry during that moment. So the curse of Bilam didn't work. That's why every day, at the end of Shachrit, it's a minhag Yisrael, both Ashkenazim, Sfaradim, everybody has a minhag to not only say the 13 principles of faith, but also the 10 remembrances. The 10 remembrances are 10 specific events that you could find at the Sidur at the end of Shachrit, 10 major events that happened throughout history, that we have to say, thank you for HaKadosh Baruch Hu for doing it. Certain things. One of them is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu decided not to be angry during this moment. Why? Because had he been angry during this moment, like he is every other day throughout all of history, the curse of Bilam would have worked and he would have destroyed all of Am Yisrael Hashem Echem. So now, since Bilam did not succeed, he said to Balak, who hired him, that obviously Hashem is not falling for this, but there is a way that you can get the people of Israel to destroy themselves. How? By getting them to fall for immorality. Getting them to fall and make sex crimes. Because Elokeim soneh zima. Bilam, the prophet, knew that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the God of Israel, hates immodesty, hates promiscuity, hates it, despises it. So how do we get them to fall? He says, send all your girls, all your pretty little girls, the 18-year-olds, the 16-year-olds, the 20-year-olds, all the ones, send them all in miniskirts. Go and send them to the camp of Israel and tell them to try to make boyfriends. And that's what they did. Both Midian and Moab sent their people to the camp of Israel, and unfortunately Am Yisrael started sinning with them. And even worse, after they got together with them and they brought them into the camp and they wanted to make the sin with them, the plan was to get the Am Yisrael to also worship idols. So the woman said, hey, you want me? Okay, first pray to my God. So they would take out a statue and show him a God. Show him a statue. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu at that moment decided without warning Am Yisrael to destroy Am Yisrael. This is the only time in all of history. Rav Pinkus Alav Shalom says this is the only time in all of history that HaKadosh Baruch Hu punished Am Yisrael without warning. Only time. The Chet HaEgel, he warned us. The man, he warned us. All the other times that he punished us, he warned us before he punished us. Here, there was no warning. He just punished them. And he started killing everybody. And if it wasn't for the brave, zealous act of Pinchas, of killing the main sinner that was making a big Chilul Hashem, Zimri, that was making it with Cosby, killing both of them in the middle of the act, Hashem would have actually destroyed all of Am Yisrael, as it says in the beginning of Parashat Pinchas. So now after this, HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Moshe Rabbeinu to go and take revenge. Take revenge against these nations without any mercy. With anger, meaning without any mercy. Why without any mercy? Because they didn't have any mercy on us by not only getting Am Yisrael to sin with Avodah Zarah, but also with something that the prophet used against the nation. Meaning that he, with immorality, with sex crimes. Something that HaKadosh Baruch Hu It's known by everyone that HaKadosh Baruch Hu hates immodesty. He hates promiscuity. So he said, since they had no mercy on you, and they literally nearly annihilated all of you, you cannot have any mercy on them whatsoever. You have to kill the children, you have to kill the mothers, you have to kill the fathers, you have to kill everybody. Leave no one in sight. Nothing. Why? These people have no right, lost their right to exist. Lost their right to exist. Why? They had no mercy. It's midah keneged midah. It's measure for measure. It's measure for measure. Actually, Am Yisrael, the soldiers, they won the battle, but they actually initially made a mistake. They brought the women back. They thought, no, he meant only the men. Because the men are warriors. We kill them. It's men against men. Why are you going to kill the women for what they do? Moshe Rabbeinu rebuked them. Yelled at them. He goes, did Hashem tell you to leave the women? Didn't he tell you to kill everybody? So they killed them. The point is, Rabotai, is that there is a rule in the world that HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs, which is measure for measure. If you do something, you get something in return. People like to call it karma and all types of other nonsensical names. Is measure for measure. If you hurt somebody, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will hurt you. You steal from somebody, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will have somebody steal from you. You take advantage of somebody, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will have somebody take advantage of you. What is it like in practical terms? I said this the other day, but for some of you that weren't here or somebody that didn't watch the shiur online, many times, I would say at least a half a dozen times a day, people call me or send me messages asking for guidance for Shlom Bait. There's almost no bite that has Shlom Bait. There's almost no house that has Shlom Bait. Everybody's fighting. The wife wants this, the husband wants this, they got married, but since they got married, they're both in two different directions. Usually the only times that you see that there's Shlom Bait is when the woman is modest and the husband learns Torah. If there is modesty and Torah, there's Shlom Bait. What does one thing have to do with the other? What does one thing have to do with what? Just because he learned some books, and she wears some outfit that covers her whole body, that's going to be Shlom Bait, that's going to make her husband nice to her. What does one thing have to do with the other? This, Rabotai, is a simple way to apply measure for measure. Now, if a woman walks around immodestly, she walks around to attract attention of other people. Every woman knows if she's walking around with an outfit that makes her look attractive to other people or not. Every woman. She could lie to everybody else except yourself. Every woman knows that she's going to wear that particular shirt because it makes it more attractive for people to look at her. It's this one. She has 2 shirts. She has 2,000 shirts. But she's going to wear that shirt because it makes her figure look a certain way that Shmuley and Boteach are all going to look at it in the supermarket and say, "How? Hi, Mrs. Smith. You're looking good today." She wants the compliment because she likes the compliment. Makes her feel good about herself. So she's wearing the shirt or the skirt that's just a little bit too short and just a little bit too tight and just a little bit too this and just a little bit too that. Why? Because she likes the way, she gets looks. Everybody knows this. She has an option to wear something modest and something else that's like safek modest. That's like modest for somebody that's like 2 sizes smaller than her. Not for her though. But she wears that one. Why? Because she likes the looks and she likes the attention. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, oh, you like to get attention from other men, right? Okay. So what's the measure for measure? You are getting attention of other men. Those men are now going to think about you at some point or another. Once they look at you, that's it. Picture's captured for eternity. It's never leaving. He's going to think about you. The next time he argues with his wife, he's going to think about you. I could get somebody better. Like the one, like this lady that I saw at the supermarket. I get somebody better than you. Like the lady that I saw that was my customer. I get somebody better than you. Like the lady that I saw in shul. I get somebody better than you. She even said hi to me. You didn't say hi to me. You're my wife. I get somebody better than you. What? He's thinking about you. So what did you do? You helped destroy Shlom Bait. Midah keneged midah lo paska me'olam. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, you destroyed Shlom Bait, I'll destroy your Shlom Bait. All of a sudden, your husband is not interested in you, or in anything that you want, or anything that you say. And the next time that you say something, he won't even pay attention. And all of a sudden, he hates your food. And all of a sudden, he doesn't care about anything that you want, and so on and so forth. And guess what? This is measure for measure. you have immodesty, you're destroying Shlom Bayit, Hashem will destroy your Shlom Bayit. What about the Torah part? Only a Ben Torah, only a person that learns Torah every single day of his life, doesn't have to be necessarily all day, just every day. In the morning a little bit, at night a little bit, but every day, like clockwork. Just like he breathes every day and he eats every day, he has to learn Torah every day. Only a person that has a mind of somebody that learns Torah will know how to appreciate an Eshet Chayil and give her encouragement to be modest. And show her how beautiful she is in his eyes, so she won't need Steve and Shmuley and David and whoever else out there to compliment her. Why? Because she's getting enough compliments from our tzaddik husband that learns Torah every day. But if he doesn't learn Torah, guess what? He's learning something else. Maybe it's sports and all the cheerleaders and the pictures. Maybe it's the news and all the half-naked newscasters. He's learning something. He's not just a blob doing nothing all day. He's learning something. So he's either learning Torah or he's learning something else. If he's learning Torah, he's going to know the only way my eyes look at the woman if it's my wife. He's going to know how to appreciate his wife. He's going to know how to make her feel beautiful. He's going to give her compliments to no end. And he's going to know how to treat a woman that's a Bat Yisrael. But that's the only way. If he learns, he'll know. If he doesn't learn, guess what? They both lose. That's why, Rabotai Karim, Midah Keneged Midah is not something that's so out of the question, hard to figure out. It's very simple. You see it everywhere. Divorce rates in America are approaching 80%, in some cases even more. I believe in Denver it's over 90%. You pretty much might as well flip a coin. You'll have a better chance. Just pick somebody off the street, flip a coin. Okay, let's get married. Tomorrow we'll get divorced anyway. That's pretty much what it is right now. Why? People don't know how to be humans. They don't know how to be decent human beings. So the Torah gives us the book of what to do, how to get there. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the rules, He didn't really give it to us as suggestions. He gave it to us as commandments, but also commandments for us to follow for our own good. And that's one of the other things that this parasha says. So the anger when it comes to the war is not just to teach us that there's measure for measure in a war action, but also measure for measure that runs the world. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu uses this rule to run the world. Anything that you do has consequences. Good ones or bad ones. You go to a Shiur Torah, you'll have consequences that are good. You don't go to a Shiur Torah, you'll have a consequence that are not good. You go and listen to a heretic teach, even if 95% of what he says is good, it's kosher, it's glat. But this 5% kfirah, guess what? You'll be punished for it. You'll be punished for it. Why? Because that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's why it's very, very important, Rabotai, to constantly evaluate our own actions, evaluate who's our friends, evaluate who we associate ourselves with, evaluate everything. If you evaluate yourself every day, you'll have such a wonderful life that you'll simply look to the rest of the world as if you're flying on cloud 9. You're flying on cloud 9. Why? Because it looks like there's no problems. You have problems, but you know HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world.